There's been a real itch for trench warfare in the Battlefield 1 community. Lots of people want to see trench-to-trench battles as well as gunplay that revolves around close quarters engagements in narrow trench alleyways. Well, I think it's safe to say that Galicia is definitely going to answer some of those calls. The Battle of Galicia took place in Poland in the early stages of World War I around 1914 between the Austro-Hungarian Empire and of course the Russian Empire. And this map is particularly interesting because it forces Battlefield 1 into a nearly all-trench environment for the first time. Most of the map consists of long trenches, small buildings and some farmland, and ultimately being caught out in the open in this map is near enough a death sentence. Running over open plains or fields or trying to get to cover behind grass or other sort of hay bales will simply not work in this environment. What makes this map and general environment of trench warfare particularly deadly is some of the emplacements and vehicles that are available as well. The Pusilov armoured car and the tactical heavy bomber make it incredibly difficult for infantry to get across open plains of land without being absolutely destroyed. The presence of mounted machine guns alongside the trenches as well makes it equally as difficult to cross these areas. As you can see from the top-down view, there is a centralised cluster of objectives. Objective B is the Venera River, and this runs directly through the entire map and works its way in between the trenches as well. It acts as a really cool route for you to break off of the trenches, head into the river and have a direct route into the objectives without necessarily getting mowed down by machine guns, aircraft or other vehicles available at the time. It's a very cool centralized piece of gameplay, and you'll see lots of battles taking place on this river, and control of the river effectively gives you control over Delta, Charlie and Bravo. Objective D is the western firing line, and this is effectively a super trench that connects to all of the other smaller ones. This has lots of machine gun emplacements and will have lots of close quarters battles taking place inside it. Getting inside to Objective D means that you're most likely going to be up against shotguns, automaticos and other close range weapons due to the fact that this is basically just a very large dirt corridor. Taking hold of Objective D will allow you to have a quick transitional route into Objective C and allow you to also lay down suppressive fire on B and prevent enemies from crossing over from the eastern side of the map. Taking hold of that objective will effectively iron out any enemies at E or A depending on what side you're on, and if you can take hold of this objective and hold that trench for as long as humanly possible, you will lock down most of the other objectives available on the map. The final objective is C, which is the train depot, and this features a derailed train which can be a hell of a mess to battle through. There are a ton of small close quarters engagements that take place down here through the derailed train, and taking hold of Objective C will allow quick transitional gameplay down the river to either Objective B or Objective D. As a result, you can see there's sort of a triangulation, and lots of centralized fighting will be taking place amongst these trenches, and you guys are going to have a hell of a hard time crossing open fields, crossing rivers, and simply capturing objectives. Don't be too frustrated if you get killed a lot, because believe me, whilst we were capturing this footage, that happened a hell of a lot too, especially whilst people were flying around in that new heavy bomber. The fact that they can lay down so much fire down below kind of leads to a sticky situation. To summarize just how messy this map can actually get, I feel like a quick overview photo of the final end of this round will give you a good idea. All of the craters, all of the explosions, and quite frankly, a huge battlefield for you guys to play with. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video on Galicia, which features some of the best trench warfare we're going to see in Battlefield 1 so far, and is a huge addition to the In the Name of the Tsar DLC, which seemingly is offering a bit of something for everyone at the moment. We've got Galicia for trench warfare, we've got Brusilov Keep for close quarters warfare, we've got some of the other maps as well for just, quite frankly, snowstorms, because seriously, that is a huge thing in this DLC. There's just so much snow everywhere, and it feels like there's a little something for everyone. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you again in the next one.